Hello, welcome to NetJRF Scholars YouTube channel. In the previous classes, we have looked at the place and the manner of articulation. In this video, we are going to look at the laryngeal phonation, which describes about how the voiceless sounds are formed in our vocal folds, okay, or voice box, along with the other possible sounds that are produced by our voice box. Okay, before that, I'll make a note here that all the slides in our YouTube channel made, as you can simply copy them into your notes. Okay, slides are equal to notes so that it become easy for you to revise before the examination. If you do not take notes out of these slides, you have to watch again the videos, which is a waste of time. So better to take the notes. If you do not understand the notes while you are revising, then only come back to the videos. First, we will try to understand what is laryngeal phonation. So basically, phonation is the process of producing sounds by controlling the movement of vocal folds inside the larynx, as we have discussed clearly, where we have discussed about the articulators. Okay, in that lecture we talked about the voice box, okay, where we have vocal folds, okay, and this the area between the two vocal folds called glottis, and these are also called as larynx. Okay, so here laryngeal phonation, we are talking about the movement of vocal folds, movements of vocal folds. So different positions, tensions of vocal folds create different voice qualities. So vocal folds are flexible, okay, vocal folds are flexible, they can expand, okay, they can come close, they can wide apart, they wide apart a little bit, or they are one upon another, or they are very tightly together. So as they are flexible, they can act as multiple ways. They can come close, they can separate in multiple ways, so resulted into production of different sounds. Okay, if you look, once the air here start from the lungs, okay, it comes to the larynx and nothing but the vocal cords. So here 5 possible different phonation types, and after that it start moving to the mouth or to the nasal cavity, which is the resonance or sound, and phonation decides the structure of the sound, whereas the breathing is the air. Okay, so air started from the lungs and then moves to the vocal cord or the voice box, then try to escape to out through the nasal cavity or the oral cavity. Okay, so air, larynx, then different phonation types. This is the voice box or larynx, and then speech production, where here comes the place and manner. Here decides voice box whether a particular sound is voiced or voiceless. These are the major sound types. Okay, but there are 3 more. So these are the 5 types of laryngeal phonations, out of which voiceless, voiced are very important. So as you can see, the vocal fold position for the every phonation type is different. Okay, first we are talking about when the vocal folds are wide. Okay, here slightly apart, close together, very tight. It means that very close but tight, fully closed, no space for the escape, completely closed. Okay, so as you can see, there are 5 different vocal fold positions. Okay, resulted into production of 5 laryngeal phonation types. Okay, and there are 5 types of vibrations and resulted into 5 types of sound quality. So we will look one by one how the vocal folds, what is the vocal folds position, what is the level of vibration, how would be the sound quality with these 5 laryngeal phonations. First we'll start with the voiceless phonation. So for the voiceless phonation, as you can clearly see, these are the vocal folds, right? Okay, so these vocal folds, as you can see, they are wide apart. Okay, they are wide apart. There is a gap. This gap referred as glottis. Okay, so the glottis is very high. Okay, the gap between the 2 vocal folds is high, or the vocal folds are wide apart. So if something comes from below of it, okay, it is the air comes from the below, so there is enough space for the air to escape, so it's come freely. Okay, when the air comes freely, okay, then there is no vibration in these 2 vocal folds. Okay, let's say you have a bowl. Okay, or else you get the point, right? When there is enough space to escape, there is no friction developed because the air comes out very easily, and so there is no need to vibrate because the enough air coming only from this space. Okay, there is enough space for to escape, so they do not vibrate. As a result, there is no vibration and the air passes freely through the glottis, so no voice is produced. It means voiceless. As you can see in English, sounds such as p, t, k, f, s, sh. Okay, now breathy voice. As you can clearly see, there is a they are drawn close, but they are not completely close. There is a small gap. Okay, there is a small gap, so the air leaks continuously while the folds vibrate lightly. Now it does not have enough space. So it has to come out. So the pressure applied to the vocal folds, but there is a small escaping area resulted into vibrate the vocal cord slightly. Okay, lightly. So it is the reason for the production of very soft sounds. Okay, while you whispered or murmured. As you can see, these sounds in pa, the, k, the, b. Okay, so they are close, but there is a small gap. Okay, due to this small gap, air escapes but vibrate the vocal folds due to the force very slightly, resulted into production of breathy voice. And then we have voiced phonation, where the vocal folds are very close. As you can see, they are very close and there is no space. But the air tries to escape from the below, so the vocal folds vibrate very vibrate high and leave and make the air come out of it because of the force that applies below the vocal folds, okay, resulted into vibration between the vocal folds. So this resulted into production of voice. Okay, that is what happened when we are speaking very normally, though the air pressure causes them to vibrate regularly. Okay, as they are very close, there is no space from them to escape. Okay, but the force act by the air resulted into vibration of vocal folds. Okay, next we have cracky voice. In this case, the vocal folds also very tight, but as they are tight in the sense, still now we are talking about the pressure of the air, but in this case the pressure of the vocal cords from both the sides is also high. It means they are very tightly together. So even though there is a pressure from the below, but they can only vibrate slightly as they are also applying equal pressure. Okay, vocal folds are applying the same pressure and the air below the vocal folds also have some pressure. So air try to escape from the between the two vocal folds, but as they are tightly together, the air very slowly comes out of it, very slowly. Okay, so that they only vibrate slightly. Okay, so resulted into production of these cracky sounds, as in it's some sort of cracky sound. I was tightly together my vocal cords and putting the pressure from the below to air comes out of the vocal cords. Okay, got it? So these are the sounds not found in many of the languages, but you can see in Danish, Jalapa, Burmese. Okay, I have one interesting point here about alternate cartilage. Okay, we can easily differentiate between male and female voice, right? The reason for the differentiation is the length of the alternate cartilage. Usually the length of men alternate cartilage is greater than female women. Okay, when there is a less length, so less weight. If it is less weight, high vibration. When there is high vibration, soft sound. So the voice of woman is soft because of the differentiation in the length of alternate cartilage. And last we have glottal closure. This is a complete closure. As you can see, there is at least pressure from the air below, right? So that pressure is almost equal to the pressure of the vocal cords from the sides. So as a result, there is a fight and resulted into escape of air very slightly vibrating vocal cords. But in the closed glottis, the pressure below the vocal cords is not enough. The pressure below the vocal cords are not enough to even slightly vibrate the vocal cords. So the air stops below the vocal cords, so there is no escape of air as vocal cords are completely closed. As you can see, the sounds such as are produced, okay, using the glottal closure. If you want more clear idea, try just the between O and O, pronunciation, you will get a glottal closure. Oh, 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 oh. So you block the air below the vocal cords, resulted into production of closed phonation or the glottal closure. These sounds are very common in Arabic. So these are for today's video. You can, so we have completed the place, manner and phonation of laryngeal phonation, where we talked about voiced, voiceless. Okay, so these three concepts are very important for UGC NET linguistic examination. There will be one question every year from these three topics or from distinctive features. Okay, we are going to explain the distinctive features in our next class. So please subscribe to our channel NetJRF Scholars for more interesting videos in linguistics, and you can refer shorts, YouTube shorts for previous year questions in linguistics in our channel. Thank you.